It's funny. This is the World Cup of old people. I don't know if you've noticed. It's
Yeah.
Modric.
Yeah.
To me, he was the best midfielder this tournament, right? Then you have Modric. You have Messi. You have well, what's his name?
Ronaldo.
Well, no, I mean like people who are older that
You mean the
have really
country?
like they've all stepped up, in my opinion. Well, no, even when you look at the top four. So if you look at the top four teams, right? You have on France's side, Giroud had to really carry this team. Let's be honest. Giroud is so instrumental
Yes,
in
he
how
did.
they play. It's ridiculous. Like he is so his ability to hold the ball is something they clearly lack. And if you remove Giroud, you still need to play Benzema, who's what, like 2 years younger than Ronaldo or something. So it's not like Benzema's
Yeah,
a young guy. Benzema's
and
old too,
Benzema, yeah,
right? And even though
agreed,
Mbappe
agreed.
is the story, but like you could tell. I have a question. If a fit Kante and a fit Pogba were playing,
It's a different game.
do you
It's a
think
different game,
Argentina
different
wins?
outcome.
It's a completely different game. They
Yeah.
missed their most experienced players, and also, in my opinion, they missed players who can control the flow of the game. Because Argentina pressed them from second one. They did not let them breathe. And as a United fan, Pogba just does that, bro. Like when Pogba's in his bag, you can't get the ball from him. When
hmm
he's in his bag, when you know the thing about Pogba, I think, is that Pogba needs to care about something. And when he does
hmm
care, you see like he plays to he's an emotional player, but when he
hmm
gets there, he is an unstoppable player. And you could tell with these guys, dude, France did really well with a really young squad. Like really young.
No,
But like they
yeah.
gone. Yeah, yeah.
No, I agree with you. I think today, not that they lacked veteran leadership, but there were moments where you could see they lacked a little bit of composure, and that's where they
Agreed.
missed some of those veteran players, like Deschamps taking out Giroud and Dembele, and at the 40th minute is both okay. You
That
notice that
was
there's something wrong, but also
well,
you still made that
they were
choice.
getting run amok. He
Yeah,
had to get rid of them.
and without any type of proper support. And that was what I was
Mm,
thinking in this. Like prior to the game, the
hmm
thing that I had said was like because I had a whole conversation about Mbappe, but we'll get to that later. France, they don't have the same bodies that they have that pretty much ran away from Argentina 4 years ago,
Yeah,
right? And especially in the midfield, that would hurt them. However, on the flip side, Argentina this World Cup has these 10 to 15-minute spells where they look like they're being run
unplayable.
over.
Oh, they're
And you
being run
just need
over.
one,
Mm,
yeah. And you
hmm
just need one goal, and that starts the time frame.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
literally, when Mbappe scored his penalty, I'm like, okay. In my mind, I'm like, mental notes. It's going to be the last 10 minutes of the game, and they didn't even get to the last 10 minutes. It was 90 seconds later. It's tied as expected. Okay, let's go.
No, so I will say I disagree with that assessment.
Okay,
Argentina for the whole game ran them rugged.
they did.
Rugged. That's why they had to. They had to that's why France had to make changes.
hmm
France had to make changes because they just couldn't cope with the pace. They couldn't.
hmm
They were panicking. And Giroud's biggest strengths, which is his holder play, when he was getting the ball, he's getting rushed by both center backs,
Yeah,
right? And Fernandez would tuck in. So his passing lanes don't exist because they knew they were like it's actually interesting. Argentina probably played France the best possible way.
yeah,
They're like Mbappe is dangerous on like when you give him space.
yes.
But The second part of it though is Mbappe needs the ball in certain scenarios. So if
Yes.
we decrease those scenarios, we we literally remove the most dangerous threat. And
Yes.
in my opinion, I've said this. I know Griezmann's created like the stats out there saying Griezmann's created like I think he's one of the most creative players this tournament, if not the most creative player this tournament.
Mm.
But I watch Griezmann and I don't get the wow factor from him. And two, he's a defensive liability, right? Like he
Yeah.
doesn't press. He really doesn't, man. And if you look at France had to make those changes because they went, holy smokes. Coman really changed the game.
No, you didn't.
Honestly. Coman came in and I was like, yo, I let's okay, first of all, let's look okay. Let's start with Argentina before we go into France, in my opinion. Because
Yes.
you should give the flowers to the winning team and then
Yes.
we discuss the losing team.
Yes.
So for me, I do not understand how Alvarez is on the bench at Man City. Alvarez starts for every Premier League club,
Mm.
every single one. It is absolutely mental. Alvarez, to me, there's something about Argentinian strikers and the fact that they don't stop running. Tevez was like that. Aguero
Mm-hmm.
was like that. Uh, um, Alvarez is like that. Lavezzi was that way. All these guys just consistently running. Martinez is like that. Like these guys just don't stop. I find that crazy. But it's a testament to
Mm.
how good the home leagues are and the grassroots model of ensuring hard work is a big part of it. Because Alvarez was technically doing Messi and Di Maria's job, even though Di Maria does close down pretty well. But Alvarez was doing his and Messi's job in terms of like he didn't stop running the whole time. I'm shocked he actually went that deep. I'm like, dude, get him out of the 70th minute. This guy needs to be like he needs to sit down, take a breath. He's done more than enough that game. And he could have scored too, right? He had like two chances where he missed. Um
Mm-hmm.
we've already lauded Messi, we've already lauded Di Maria. Someone that needs to be given props is McAllister. That kid,
I was about to say him. Yeah.
holy jeez. McAllister's a beast. But
Yep.
whenever I look at how when you look at this Argentinian team, it's a team. It's not individuals. Yes, you have Messi, but it's a team that understands each other. They have a clear style of play. They have a understanding of each individual. And think about it. Um, Otamendi has been attacked for being too old, right? Another old player in which we were discussing old players, but Otamendi was discussed for being too old. He was immense, you know, because I would have thought they were going to play Lisandro Martinez as a centre back pairing because of his passing skill. But the coach is like,
Yeah.
no, we're going to play Otamendi and Romero. And guess what? They were pretty good. They completely negated
That
for the
were.
first half. I don't think France did anything. And
They
then
didn't.
the second half, the introduction of Coleman, the introduction of um Paredes, no, sorry, the introduction of um Coleman and I want to say Kamavinga changed the game, but Coleman specifically, because Coleman just
Mm-hmm.
kept going for it. And Kolomwani. Oh, Kolomwani was
Mm-hmm.
decent, bro. But like